The Black Death, one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, swept through Europe in the 14th century. The pandemic, often referred to as the bubonic plague, was caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. The outbreak is believed to have originated in Central Asia and spread to Europe through trade routes. In 1347, the disease arrived in the Italian port of Messina and quickly spread throughout the continent. The symptoms included swollen and painful lymph nodes, high fever, and eventually death in a short period. The Black Death had a profound impact on European society. It is estimated that 25 to 50 million people, or 30% to 60% of Europe's population, succumbed to the disease. Entire communities were decimated, and the social and economic structures of the time were severely disrupted. The pandemic had far-reaching consequences, leading to labor shortages and, in turn, empowering the surviving peasants. The reduced population also triggered a decline in feudalism and contributed to significant changes in European culture and economy. Despite its devastating effects, the Black Death played a role in shaping the course of history. The search for explanations and solutions to the pandemic contributed to advancements in medicine and the understanding of contagious diseases. As time progressed, subsequent centuries also witnessed outbreaks of the plague, although none matched the scale of the Black Death. Advances in medical knowledge and public health measures eventually led to the control of the disease in the modern era. In retrospect, the Black Death stands as a pivotal moment in European history, leaving an indelible mark on the collective memory and influencing social, economic, and medical developments for centuries to come. The impact of the plague on daily life. The Black Death's impact on daily life was catastrophic. Cities and towns became ghostly as people fled to the countryside to escape the contagion. Those who stayed faced the grim task of caring for the sick and burying the dead. Mass graves, often hastily dug, became a common sight. Trade and commerce ground to a halt, disrupting the medieval economy. With a significantly reduced workforce, wages for laborers surged, leading to social upheaval. The traditional feudal system, which relied on a surplus of labor, began to crumble. The church, a central institution in medieval Europe, struggled to provide answers for the plague's onslaught. Religious fervor intensified, with some turning to extreme acts of penance, while others questioned the church's ability to protect against such a calamity. Attempts to explain and combat the plague. Medieval society sought various explanations for the plague, ranging from divine punishment to astrological influences. Physicians and scholars of the time, armed with limited medical knowledge, proposed theories that often included notions of imbalanced humors. Efforts to combat the plague were equally diverse. Quarantines were imposed in some areas, and individuals displaying symptoms were isolated. Public health measures, though rudimentary by today's standards, included attempts to clean and purify the air. Long-term consequences and historical significance. The Black Death left an enduring mark on European society. The trauma of the pandemic found expression in art, literature, and religious practices. The Dance of Death, a motif depicting death as a skeletal figure, became a prominent theme in medieval art. Economically, the plague contributed to the decline of feudalism and the rise of a more fluid social structure. The labor shortages forced landowners to offer better terms to workers, contributing to the emergence of a more independent and skilled labor class. In the centuries that followed, Europe experienced periodic outbreaks of the plague, though none matched the scale of the Black Death. Nevertheless, the memory of the pandemic continued to influence medical practices and public health measures. The Black Death's historical significance extends beyond its immediate impact, shaping the trajectory of European civilization and contributing to the eventual transformation of medieval societies into the early modern period. If you like my stories and what I tell you, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to comment.